Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a huge key for business growth, automating your email outreach. We're going to break down how you can set up these powerful automated sequences to save a ton of time and, more importantly, turn those cold contacts into warm leads, pretty much all on autopilot.
So let's just start with a quick reality check. Are you still sending out your follow-up emails one by one? Spending your day chasing down leads, copying and pasting messages, just trying to keep track of who to email next? If that sounds familiar, well, you might be stuck in the manual outreach trap.
And believe me, that trap has some very real consequences. See, doing things manually isn't just slow, it's just asking for mistakes. A lead gets forgotten, a follow-up gets sent way too late, your messaging isn't consistent, and every single one of those little slips is a lost opportunity. That way of working just doesn't scale as you grow. But hey, there is a much smarter way to do this. The solution is to automate that whole process using something called an email sequence. This is really where your outreach stops being a manual chore and starts becoming the strategic automated engine for your business's growth.
Okay, so what in the world is an email sequence? You might have heard it called a drip campaign. Well, think of it like your own personal robot assistant. You just design a series of emails, you set the schedule with delays in between each one, and then the system just takes over, sending the perfect message to the right person at exactly the right time. All right, let's actually get into how you build one of these things. Honestly, the best way to understand how powerful this is to just see it in action. And it's all broken down into a super simple guided wizard. It's all laid out for you in 5 really logical steps. First, the basics. That's just who the email is coming from. Next, enrollment, who you're sending it to. Then you set the schedule, you write the actual emails in the steps section, and finally, you review everything to make sure it's perfect before you launch. It's pretty much designed to be foolproof.
Now let's talk about step 2, enrollment, because this part is really cool. I mean, sure, you could just paste in a list of emails, no problem. But the real game changer is the Google Sheets integration. You just link up a spreadsheet and boom, the system automatically pulls in your contacts. It's even smart enough to spot column headers like first_name or company, even if you exported them from HubSpot or Salesforce, which makes personalizing your emails incredibly easy.
Then in step 4, you get to build the real heart of your campaign. This is where you write your series of emails, you can use a rich text editor, and of course, you insert what are called merge tags, like double square bracket first name, to make every single email feel personal. And what's really crucial here is that you decide the timing. Should the next email go out 2 days after the first one, or maybe just 6 hours later? You have complete control over the entire flow.
Okay, setting up the emails is one thing, but making sure they actually land in the inbox, that's a whole different ballgame. And this is where the smart part of this automation really shines. It acts like a safety net to protect your sender reputation. So let's break down this behind-the-scenes magic. First up, mailbox rotation. This spreads your sending across different email accounts so you don't look spammy. Then you've got guaranteed delivery, which is a 3-layer failover system. If one email account fails, it just tries the next. And if they all fail, the email isn't lost. It lands in what's called a dead letter queue for you to check and retry later, so no lead gets left behind.
And of course, you can track everything. You get your standard open and click tracking, which is great, but honestly, the most important features here are reply tracking and stop on reply. The system literally watches your inbox, and the second a prospect writes back, it automatically pulls them out of the sequence. This is absolutely essential to make sure your automation feels human and you don't send those awkward robotic follow-ups.
So here's the bottom line. All of this smart automation is not just about saving you time. It's about driving real, measurable growth. And you've got to be able to see those results clearly to know what's working and what's not.
And this is where it all comes together so beautifully. You don't have to go digging for reports or juggling a bunch of different apps. All of the performance data, who opened, who clicked, who replied, can be written right back into that same Google Sheet you started with. Your contacts and your results all live in the same place.
And you get to decide exactly what you see. You can get timestamps for when an email was sent, opened, or clicked. You can see a clear status on whether someone replied or if the email bounced. This kind of detail gives you this crystal clear picture of how your campaign is doing, so you can go in, tweak your messages, and really dial in your strategy for growth. So as we wrap this up, the power of automated email sequences is pretty clear, right? It saves time, it keeps you consistent, and it gives you the hard data you need to grow your business the right way. And that really just leaves one question for you to think about. What's the first part of your outreach that you're going to automate?